Jonathan Casey here, acting as Mercury's messenger, and this is the show Random Stuff. How's everyone doing? Thanks for joining me. So today, what I'm going to talk about is a little bit of a continuation of yesterday. Yesterday I was talking about Neptune and how basically the shift into Aquarius won't really be complete until Neptune exits Pisces for Aries, which is the first sign where he'd be completing the zodiac wheel. Now, so that's happening in August of 2025. So basically in August of 2025, we also have Pluto, Saturn, and Uranus all going to be at first degrees of new signs as well, right? And so I want to talk today about Pluto. One other thing before we get there, I want to also mention how, so in 2 days from now we have Uranus shifting out of Aries into Taurus. And so to fully understand the Uranus cycle, we got to look at, the end of that cycle and when he's moving into the next sign, which is Gemini. So to have an idea where we're headed, we could have, where we're going, we could have a better idea of what to expect on the road. Okay. So, anyhow, Pluto. Okay. So, basically, I'm going to be talking even about the year 2024, because right now I have the chart at the beginning of the year 2024. 2024 is going to be a huge year. We have that second great American eclipse where it'll be marking an X across the states. Okay, so 2020 is going to be a huge year. Yes, I don't want to downplay it, but it's not going to be as crazy as I feel like some people think it will be. Yeah, there's going to be changes in our consciousness, and political changes and social changes and all that kind of stuff's going to be going on. But in another way, it's going to also kind of continue possibly, run the same way. We'll still have governments and whatnot, police and etc. I'm not saying that we won't have that after the year 2025 either, but I'm just gonna let the charts kind of speak for themselves here. So anyhow, let's look at the chart. Okay, so right here I have the chart set to January 1st, 2024. Okay, Pluto is right at the end of Capricorn. He's about to enter Aquarius. So this 2024 year, we could see that Pluto is transforming, right? The structure, the foundation, governments. What he's also doing, institutions. What he's also doing is transforming. What's the word I'm looking for? Traditions. Okay, ending old traditions and starting new ones. Okay, so right on New Year's. January 1st, New Year's date is very made up. It's based around the Gregorian calendar. It has no real astrological significance. Okay, so who knows? Maybe this will be the last time we celebrate New Year's on the 1st. Maybe it's going to be the year where we break all traditions, because even though it doesn't have any astrological significance, there's something called synchronicity, or other people call it like a divine you guys know basically what I'm saying, like there's an intelligent design behind everything. So Pluto at the end here speaks a lot for the entire year of 2024, breaking the traditions and starting new ones right at that last degree. So he's basically at the end of it, where he moves into groups of people and whatnot, transforming the collective, transforming large groups of people. Hopefully there's nothing like mass displacements of people, but that is a possibility. I don't know if did I mention already the in April that we'll have the second great American eclipse this year as well, which to me adds flavor to this placement here on the 1st, which is adding flavor to the entire year. Okay, so Pluto will move into Aquarius, and I believe it is September 1st, where 9 months later, a gestation period, yeah, he's just about to enter back into Capricorn here. Now he's at the very first, the beginning of Aquarius, moving back into Capricorn. So there is some unfinished basically finalizing, going back to visit our old traditions, and maybe gathering what was actually useful in our old traditions, or it's going back to look at what new traditions we're building, and if they're worth maintaining for the long haul, keeping for the long haul kind of deal. So where are we now? We're October, November. Where is he in November? Because I believe around the 19th or so. Let's go to the 15th for now, or 16th. I'm at the 16th. Where did Pluto go? Right here. So he's retrograded back into Capricorn, and he's gone direct again, where now he's at that last degree, approaching the end of the year. So that whole year 2024, like I said, Pluto is really showing us what's going on here. And this is election time of year. Okay, so who knows what's to happen? Maybe this is the end of government. American government. Maybe we're gonna go about it a new way from here. It's hard to say exactly what it is, but nonetheless, the reason why I'm at this point here, okay, is because I feel like whatever happens in November, late November, let me go up a couple more days. Oops, I just wanted to go to the 19th or 20th, where he's now at the beginning of Aquarius in November. I'm not saying this is tied to the elections, but I feel like, you know, the elections, the implications of the elections is going to come back around in August of 2025. So let's just go there. Let's go to August of 2025. May, June, July, August 21st. That's pretty close to where I wanted. I think I wanted it one more day ahead. In a couple hours. Okay, so I brought us to a new moon point. We're at 0 degrees Virgo on the 22nd of August 2025. This new moon is leading us into eclipse season. Okay, so the full moon of this new moon will be in eclipse on September 7th. And then there'll be another eclipse on approximately the 21st of September. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Anyhow, so I'm just gonna add this little story, okay? And it's definitely speculation, but so Jesus is known to be born from Mother Mary, and Mother Mary, Virgo represents the Virgin. Okay, so, and I'm not sure the verse or whatnot, but there's a verse in the Bible, something along the lines of Jesus being the end and the beginning. Okay, so this is what's interesting. Okay, now because the new moon is at 0 degrees Virgo, it's right at the beginning of the sign. Every 28 degrees there's another new moon. So we're gonna have 2 new moons in a row in Virgo. Okay, so from the Virgin, and the full moons will be in Pisces and Aries. So born from the Virgin, the end, and born from the Virgin, the beginning, will be the lunar phases going on around the eclipses in 2025. Now what else is going on is we have Pluto, who has retrograded back to 1 degree Aquarius. We have Neptune at, come on, 1 degree Aries. We have Saturn conjunct Neptune. Saturn, however, is at 0 degrees, but you know, that's basically 1 degree apart. It's close, it's tight. When they're in a 5 degree orb, they're affecting each other. So this is basically, you know, they're right on top of each other. And we have the planet Uranus, who is at 1 degree Gemini, finishing this cycle in Taurus that he starts 2 days from now, the 15th of May. Okay, so you know, this is a pretty interesting kind of calendar. Anyhow, let's just read kind of what it means. Okay, so a new moon in Virgo. So detail-oriented moon phase, about selfless service, about helping, about work and health. Okay, the node is pointing towards Pisces still, which is, you know, dreaming. So we're called to dream, we're called to complete something, because Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac, which is calling us, you know, to work on completing something. Now, Pluto at the first degree of Aquarius is transforming the collective, large groups of people, um, things like that. Okay, and he is sextiling, which means exciting Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So Aries is the first sign. It's about new beginnings. Okay, it's about self. So also, uh, you know, dreaming a new beginning, dreaming a new self. With Saturn there, Saturn is about structure. So dreaming a real, solid, new beginning and new self. Okay, obviously with karmic repercussions. Um, you know, anyhow, and Uranus over here in the first degree of Gemini, which this is so Mercury rules Gemini, but Uranus is Mercury's higher octave. Okay, so innovation in communication. This is a very technological, advanced combination. Uh, Shocking changes in our environment, in our communication, in travel, um, in how we think. Okay, that's all with Uranus, and see, they're all in aspect each other. They're all complementing or exciting each other's placements at these first degrees. So this is pretty powerful in combination with this new moon. Okay, so let's move ahead a bit. Let's go. What do I want to show you guys? Let's just go by day, because so you know, the node is aspecting Jupiter and our fear and our shadow over here. Our fears and our shadow are transforming in Scorpio. We're expanding our sense of security, and expanding our home. And yeah, while we're called to dream. So dreaming about home, dreaming about being fearless, possibly, you know, overcoming our fears, transforming those fears. Okay, where did I want to go to? Probably the eclipse. Oops, I'm not even changing anything here. Where is the eclipse point? Approximately there. I overshot it by a couple hours. I hope the eclipse was where I'm meaning to bring you guys. Yes, the eclipse is where I meant to bring you guys. Okay, so that triangle that I was, or pyramid that I was just mentioning, and it's forming a kite to the sun with the eclipse. The eclipse is on the node, so like I said, dreaming with our intuition and emotions backing this dream. Okay, with the sun picking out the details, and Mercury, who rules Virgo, helping the sun get those details, communicating those details to us and to the sun. But look at this, okay? Venus and Mars here making, look at this. This is like a star. There's a star right here on top of this diamond or pyramid kind of formation, which you know, I think is pretty cool. Um, you know, Venus being in Leo, so Leo is about courage, leadership, and creating. So Venus is putting beauty and value in regards to that. And Mars over here is acting in relationships, and they're both aspecting each other beautifully, complementing each other, uh, causing a little bit of tension in you know, our relationships and our home, or you know, our creative aspects and our fears aren't working so harmoniously together. It's challenging us to try and possibly blend those energies together. Okay. And you know, these are also aspecting the sun, so the sun is helping us get the details on our shadow, on our fears, get the details on what we want for our home. Okay. Now, I recall there being something interesting going on with the moon, and how the moon kind of brings that triangle into things, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's just, you know, the moon activates the energy. So the moon is taking this whole energy here all and then bringing it over to Saturn and Neptune the following day after the eclipse, which is activating this square here, or this triangle from the eclipse. The eclipse then, you know, activates these bodies, which are the slow moving planets, which this video was about: Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, all at their beginning signs. And then we go around the chart back to a new moon, now at the other side of Virgo, at the final degrees. It'll be at 29, which is the final degree. The moon just has to catch up to the sun. It looks like it pretty much is, but you know, it's not perfect. Anyways, we still have this beautiful kite formation. Now you could see that the kite kind of flipped, right? Because the kite before was pointing to the sun, and now the kite has flipped and is pointing to Saturn and Neptune, bringing this new moon energy that the eclipse the day after the eclipse activated this, right? And now the new moon is being, if you want to look at it as the opposite of the kite, it's kind of pointing like a compass almost towards our new moon here in Virgo. So more details. These details are really trines are complementing, you know, are really activating this part of the chart in a very positive way. And like I said, the 21st was the solar eclipse, so that kite that I was just talking about, just pointing out here, was pointing at the solar eclipse. Okay. Which eclipses hold energy for the next 6 months, possibly even a year and a half, is what the eclipse energies kind of carry on through. And so the full moon this time, the last full moon was right on the node here in Pisces, but now this full moon is in Aries, the new beginning. Okay, maybe one more day. Oh no, that was way too far. Back some hours. Oops. Hey, clock, it got away on me. Where am I? I'm all the way in October. November. Oh yeah, no, I want it to be in October. What am I talking about? September. Okay, so the 21st. Where's the moon? Okay, I know where I am now. Okay, so 11 and 13, pretty close. Maybe up in 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. There we go. New moon in Aries. Okay, we still got the kite going on. Now the moon, the kite kind of has shifted. It's no longer pointing at Neptune and Saturn and the Sun. It's now pointing between Venus and the node here on the full moon of the lunar eclipse. And yeah, so Venus is bringing value and beauty into the details, into our work, into our health, okay, which is challenging our dream. Our dream, you know, needs to balance that energy. Our dream needs to have value in the details. It needs to have value in the kind of work we're doing here on the planet and our health with the nature and the planet and whatnot. Okay. Now the moon. Anyways, I feel like, you know, I probably added way more information than need be, but I just kind of wanted everyone to see what's basically going on there. Some really powerful, interesting stuff. The following moon phase is in Libra. That's going beyond where I really wanted to, you know, what this video was talking about, but I feel like I could have been way clearer on things, but nonetheless, you guys got to see. That's mainly what I wanted. I wanted you guys to see those two moon cycles and how these planets are all in these placements during this moon cycle and the eclipses, and just how you know, amazing of an astrological event this is, right? So 2024, like I was saying, Pluto at the beginning of 2024 was at the last degree of Capricorn, and was basically the year 2024 is the transformation of that structure of our traditions, basically the end of those old structures and traditions that no longer serve us, and 2025 being really a whole new beginning. This to me is the beginning of Aquarius, you know, where we just have these powerful bodies all at new signs, especially Neptune and Saturn at the beginning of Aries, you know, and really Pluto now out of Capricorn and transforming Aquarius, you know. bringing in that new world, okay, transforming the new world of Aquarius. So yeah, that's my video, I guess, for today. Thanks very much to my subscribers. Thanks for watching. I hope this isn't too long, and I hope you guys kind of get a good picture of what I was trying to point out. Okay, so thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone. See you guys next time. Bye now.